Number one question is, how are queer sexualities or LGBTQ persons depicted? In the poem that is being provided by the let's say the reporter, it is entitled "Dear Gay Bashers" by Jill McDonald. The queer people are shown as strong, funny, and proud even in the face of hate. The people talks about a moment when the speaker and their friends were targeted by homophobic people who yelled queer and threw a hot dog at them. But instead of showing fear or sadness, the speaker and their friends laugh at how ridiculous the attack is. One friend jokes about wasting a whole pack of hot dogs just to insult someone, and another points out how silly it is to speed off after doing it. The speaker even describes the scarf that got heat made from antique silk kimonos as so gay. So turning what could have been a moment of shame into something stylish and powerful. So through humor and details about their everyday lives, like worrying about insurance or using a woolite to wash a scarf, the poem shows that the queer people are just regular people, not defined by hate. The ending celebrates queer spaces like a colorful sex shop full of dildos and every color and shape, showing how queer life is full of joy, creativity, and community. So, from a queer literary perspective, the poem flips the script. Instead of being a victims, the LGBTQ characters take control of the story and laugh at their attackers, showing pride in of who they are.
What ideologies about sexuality or LGBTQ identity are perpetuated? So the poem perpetuates the ideology or that LGBTQ identities are valid and deserving of respect. So this piece, Dear Gay Bashers, it challenges harmful stereotypes by it shows how the characters find humor in their experience. So and by also giving emphasis on the absurd or the ridiculous um, nature of homophobic behavior. So more than that, um, it emphasizes the strength of LGBTQ communities, like their support for one another, their resilience, and their ability to embrace and celebrate their identities despite those prejudice they face.
For the number three question, does the artifact challenge or reinforce heterosexism? The poem challenges heterosexism by confronting the actions of the bashers and highlighting the absurdity of their aggression. It portrays LGBTQ individuals as not only victims, but also as people who can laugh at their circumstances and support one another. By showcasing the characters' resilience and solidarity, the poem actively resists and subverts heteronormative values.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lihani Abdul, and for the fourth question, in the text, are there scenes of homosocial bonding, strong emotional ties between the same-sex characters that may seem subtle or overly homoerotic? Yes, the poem Dear Gay Bashers shows us some strong friendships between the guys. It's not just about the attack, it's about how they deal with it. Look at how Josie, Rusty, and Bob react. They are making jokes, supporting each other, and that shows a really close band. The way they tease each other about the whole hot dog thing, that's comfortable intimacy. They are clearly close and have each other's backs. And then the part about washing the scarf, that's a small thing, but it's symbolic. It shows their shared experience and how they understand each other's feelings. It's quite moment of support and connection. So, all in all, yes, there is a strong emotional ties between same-sex characters in the poem. The poem uses these little details to show us the importance of friendship and how these guys stick together even when facing something as awful as a homophobic attack. Thank you.
In the question number 5, are there any doubles, same-sex character that look alike, act alike, or have some parallel experiences? Okay, in the poem Dear Gay Bash, there may not have direct doubles. However, the characters share parallel experiences on their responses to the gay bashing incident. Rusty, Jose, and Bob, each of them react with a mix of humor and resilience, reflecting common experiences among LGBTQ individuals who is facing similar challenges. The laughter and the support they share to each other suggests a collective identity that resonates with many in the LGBTQ individual or LGBTQ community. So again, in the poem, there is no direct doubles. However, they shared parallel experiences. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Binary Sakmad and I got the question number 6, which is, are there any sign of subtle homophobia? Is this discomfort surrounded by ideological agendas such as politics, religion, and etc.? So this question focuses to identify any instances of prejudice against LGBTQ plus people that are not directly hateful but still reflect negative attitudes in the poem. So, the way how I understand the poem. Yes, the poem contains sign of subtle homophobia, particularly in the actions of the buzzers who throw a hot dog and yell queer. So this incident reflects societal prejudice and the discomfort that some individuals have with LGBTQ identities. The act of yelling queer is not merely an identification of the speaker's sexual identity, but it is a weaponized as an insult, indicating a deeper offense and rejection of LGBTQ individuals. So this moment encapsulates the violence that often leads homophobic, where our harmful language is used, where harmful language is used to assert dominance and instill fear.
Generalization of Dear Gay Bashers. So it portrayed LGBTQ identities through a lens of resilience, humor, and communal solidarity. So it challenging heterosexist norms by centering queer joy and resistance in the face of prejudice. So the poem emphasized the validity of LGBTQ experiences, framing homophobia as absurd and irrational while celebrating the character's ability to reclaim power through collective laughter and mutual support. So through subtle homophobia is depicted, example the perverse slur and aggression. So the point about reinforcing harmful ideologies tied to politics or religion. So instead of critiquing social prejudice as a broader cultural issue, the Dear Gay Bashers highlighted a shared experience among queer characters such as their unified defiance. The work underscored the strength of LGBTQ communities in resisting marginalization, ultimately advocating for visibility, dignity, and the transformative power of solidarity.